Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Roush, and welcome back to week 3 of the Pokemon Speedruns Draft League. Alright, so, last week I kind of hinted at it, but, this week is a very difficult matchup for me. But first, really quickly, taking a look at my team. The new MVP, like I did mention last week, is actually Sir Aaron Big. So congratulations to Sir Aaron Big with that massive 3-kill performance, even though, one of them was the move recoil on Infernape. But anyways, team's still the same, just the MVP has changed. So, my opponent is Haze Clan, which is Amaranth, whom is, quite frankly, the best player in the league. In terms of team build, in terms of gameplay, combine it all, he's the best. So, very difficult matchup to pull week 3. Kind of unfortunate for me. As you can see, his team, he's kind of gotten lucky where one Pokemon has just kind of swept. Like, his opponents kind of underestimated certain Pokemon, and he's been allowed to get away with it. So my goal is to not do that. However, well, we'll go ahead and take a look. So Mega Gyarados, Tapu Koko, Kyurem, Celesteela, Crocodile, Hawlucha, Celebi, Mantine, Colossal, Drifblim, and Wobbuffet. Some low-tier, like, genius picks. Drifblim is obviously one of those mons that, with Unburden, it gets a defense boost thanks to the Tapu Koko sending Electric Terrain. So, yeah, that's a thing. That pairing kind of makes it worth more than 4 points on the cap hit, but without it, it kind of is. So, it's one of those things where he got the pairing, and he's making it work. Same thing with Hawlucha. Hawlucha, outside of a terrain, specifically grassy or electric terrain, is kind of not as good. So, I mean, this team is built smartly. Like, there are things that have good synergy. And then he's got overall a pretty decent type combination of things. A good mix of speed tiers. So it's overall just a well-constructed team. It's mostly offensive, though. So, you see his average values for his defenses and his HP. The HP is kind of bloated by Drifblim and Wobbuffet, which are not very tanky mons. So don't get me wrong, the team is not necessarily bulky, but it does have some kind of thick components to it. Taking a look at the speed comparators, Amaranth's team's a little faster than mine. That much is for certain, especially when you factor in the Unburden thing. However, there are some things that can be exploited based off of this. So, for instance, his slower mons, Celesteela, Colossal, and Wobbuffet. That's fine. Celesteela's speed tier is, I mean, it's pretty good compared to most of my really slow mons. I mean, it's faster than my 50s. And it's faster, obviously, than Sylveon, which can be a problem. But Celesteela is not faster than Adamant Buzzwole. So, that is a thing that I plan on exploiting. We'll get into that in a little bit. Alright, so anyways, I have one of 2 leads on this team. So this is one of those potential leads. So Greninja, Lifrenchi, it's a Focus Sash, it's got Torrent. I originally had Spikes, but I felt like the utility for Icy Wind, that's Icy Wind, I can type, is a little better than Spikes over the course of this match, because so much of Amaranth's team isn't necessarily grounded. So I feel like that Icy Wind was just going to be a better option overall. Gunk Shot, Low Kick, U-Turn. This is mostly physical set. It's designed to deal with something. Focus Sash is obviously to guarantee to live 1 hit because its attack stat and its super effective coverage does pretty decent job Gunk Shot's obviously there for the Tapu Koko. Low Kick is there because it does about 50% to an uninvested Kyurem, which is really nice because Kyurem's actually heavier than you'd think. It also does about 30% to max HP Celesteela, and it does live one hit from something like that's not Energy Ball or Seed Bomb. So Greninja is actually not too bad, although it might fall to an Air Slash, but I don't know. I haven't calced it. Low Kick is there pretty much for that. U-Turn is there. Celebi for Crocodile, getting some damage off on everything scouting. But Icy Wind is there to get a last-second speed drop, hopefully on something like the Tapu Koko. Or, if he leads Tapu Koko, I can Icy Wind, be faster than it on the next turn, and kind of figure out what his set is. So that's the purpose behind Greninja this week. Slowking. Just thinking, Rocky Helmet, Future Sight, Teleport, Slack Off, Scald. This thing is my main Celesteela check. That's not really saying much. This thing also serves as the only thing on my team that can really take anything from Hawlucha. So Hawlucha is something that I'm very worried about, because I do have a couple of mons that kind of let it in. And once it's in and gets a Swords Dance, it's a problem. So, yeah, that's, if I lose, it's probably going to be because of that. Or, I mean, not probably, but it's possible that I lose to a Hawlucha really early. But anyway, Slowking is there to take some physical hits. Scald's there to try and punish Crocodile on a switch. And Teleport is there. I don't know if I'll use Teleport, because most of the things that threaten Slowking out are things that it already can't take a hit from. So Teleport's kind of an iffy choice. We'll see what happens. I tried other options there. I really wish it could learn Thunderbolt, but sadly, its only electric hitting options are Hidden Power Electric, which sucks, and Zap Cannon, which I really don't want to try and use Zap Cannon. So yeah, Teleport it is. Also, this is the end game option. So this is Mixed Moxie Ments. Dragon Dance, Roselli Berry. This thing is designed to set up on Tapu Koko. It's got enough special defense that it does tank a hit relatively well, even under electric terrain, from a +1 or a Specs Koko. And of course, the Roselli Berry reduces damage from the first Fairy type attack that hits it. So that's the idea behind the Salamence, is to try and set up on a Tapu Koko that thinks that it can hit me with the Dazzling Gleam. So max HP, wow, that is max attack, max speed. I am a little bit off my rocker. This allows me to speed type base 90 and to guaranteed outspeed stuff like Kyurem, stuff like Crocodile. I forgot which one was base 100. He has one base 100 mon, so Celebi, that's right. Allows me to outspeed Celebi. Fire Fang, Dragon Claw, Earthquake. I really want to do a Wing Beat instead of Fire Fang. I really did, but just having anything to hit Celesteela for meaningful damage was more important, and Fire Fang ended up being okay because it's also super effective coverage on Celebi, but unfortunately, a sort of support Celebi with Thunder Wave does kind of cripple this set, as we found out in testing, so I do need to kind of be wary about that. I don't know exactly what Amaranth's going to do, but Celebi is one of those wild cards where it can do an awful lot, and you wouldn't even see what it is until it was all over. Dragon Claw's there because primary stab, Earthquake's there because Tapu Koko, I pray that he's not holding a Shuka Berry, and that's kind of how we have to play this matchup. So yeah, there's Mixed Moxie Ments, the Moxie, actually this week, Dragon Dance Sweeper Salamence. Zapdos gotta come. Like, it's fine. It has to. Enough speed to outspeed Kyurem. So if he's not choice scarfed, we can figure that out as we go for the U-turn. Heavy duty boots with the static, discharge, roost, defog, U-turn. U-turn there, punish a crook, switch in, get the heck out. Discharge there to deal damage, mainly to stuff like the Halucha and the Drift Blim. This is my primary Drift Blim switch in because Drift Blim gets Strength Sap, Drift Blim gets Will-O-Wisp. My other Mons don't necessarily want to take those, so Zapdos it is. Max HP, a little bit of Spit F in there to fill out the rest. Gotta be timid and make sure that I outspeed that Kyurem. So that's the problem. I'm sacrificing bulk to make sure that I can get a U-turn off on Kyurem, or at worst figure out if he's scarfed or not. So hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me in the arse, but it's who knows. Timid obviously, so that my discharge does as much as possible with what's left. Alolan Muck, Toxic Flubber, Poison Touch, Assault Vest, pretty much max special defense. Like, this is about as, like, I just needed to take stuff from Celebi, from Tapu Koko. What was the other one? Drift Blim, fine, but Drift Blim could just Strength Sap it anyway. Knock off Brick Break, Poison Jab, Pursuit. Brick Break is there for Kyurem. That's right, that was it. Kyurem, but I like Knockoff too because knocking off a Kyurem is very, very useful. Poison Touch, trying to make sure that I get the poison. Poison Jab. I kills Tapu Koko at a point. But it's usually pretty good. Pursuit's there to make sure that if it switches out, that I can try and get that last second poison chance. Pursuit's also really good against Celebi, because Celebi don't want to stay on this thing at all. So, yeah, that's going to be Alolan Muck for this week, and I believe that's actually the team. Don't drop. Oh, I'm stupid. Yeah, I teased it earlier. Yeah, so we're bringing Ben Swallow for the first time this week. So Buzzwole, I originally had an offensive set. That's not the speed stat, that's the speed EVs. So it is 244 speed is its actual stat because it outspeeds Celesteal by 1 point. A lot of attack investment, Adamant Nature, some Spit F investment, a couple of HP, a couple of defense. Try and be as bulky as possible, maybe live a hit from Kyurem if it's not Specs. Specs Kyurem just straight up kills, because Buzzwole does not have a special defense stat. Anyways, Drain Punch, Lunge, Thunder Punch, and Roost. Drain Punch is a pretty okay move. Like, it hits the Kyurem, it hits the Crocodile pretty well. Lunge hits the Celebi very well, and could lower attack of an incoming opponent, so that's useful. Thunder Punch is there because it really punishes the Pokemon that want to switch into Buzzwole, especially if there's an electric terrain. So, stuff like Mantine, stuff like non-Mega Evolved Gyarados, Halucha, Drift Blim, those things don't really like taking electric terrain boosted Thunder Punch. So, it kind of punishes those switch-ins, and Roost to just kind of keep up longevity because I originally was Choice Bandit, and then I realized that I'm just switching in Buzzwole to Crocodile, like, almost immediately. I do need to be wary of Aerial Ace, though. That is the thing. Or Hidden Power Flying. But I was switching in Buzzwole to Crocodile almost immediately, and it was going for knockoff, and I was losing my item. So I felt that having a Rocky Helmet, just at least getting something out of a turn that I was getting knocked off, was more important than having a Choice Band. Because although Choice Band was doing a massive amount of damage, it was also losing me momentum in the long run too. So Buzzwole would like get a kill and then become setup fodder for the next sweeper, which is something you really do not want to do against this team of Amaranths. So anyway, that's going to be the team for this week. We'll go ahead and see how it works. And yeah, we'll see you guys for the battle. It is actually going to be post-coms this week. Sorry again. Unfortunately, I didn't finish making the layout in time, so it's guaranteed to be post-game. So anyways, we're going to hop right into that. Poof. Yo. Well, so the battle's going to be really quick, and I'll explain that when we get to it. As you can see, this isn't actually the battle that we had this week. This is way back in Season 3, back when I had Mega Gallade, and we're actually going to go through a little bit of a brief history between the matchups between Amaranth, or formerly known as the Idiot Ninja, and myself. Because throughout the years of the league, people really love this matchup, and I don't know why. So I actually wanted to take a little quick look back and actually figure it out before we get into the battle itself. So we're just going to really quickly go through this. This one's not going to be very long. We're going to go through it at really fast speeds, and then I'm going to talk about how this battle went down. Okay, as you can see, Sylveon took out 3 Pokemon immediately. And Gallade's just going to finish cleaning up. Because that's just how passive Amaranth's team was this season. I had such offensive threats, and he did not deal with them well. Okay. But, yeah. So that was that battle. This is Season 4. This one, quite frankly, I went back and watched this one because I originally thought that this was a terrible match. But looking back on it, it actually wasn't as bad as I thought. There wasn't really a lot of misplaying. It was, both of us were playing very safe. So as a result, this is a very long match, but obviously we're going to go at hyper speeds. But he's using mono normal in this season, and I'm not exactly against it. But the Mega Kangaskhan ends up being the biggest problem for me, because I can work through most of his team with the freaking Steela, with the Steela set that I have. But he kind of, he gets around it decently. It's pretty fine. I mean, I do miss a couple of moves here, but overall, I didn't play too badly. The Kangaskhan was just able to purely break through me with that power-up punch. It was not necessarily the greatest thing for me, but I don't hate how I played this game. It ended up not necessarily being close, but that was mainly due to the Mega Kangaskhan factor, and something else that we'll see here shortly. But which was a great play on his part. But I think I matched up really well. I played defensively, and I don't hate how I played. I did end up changing this team a lot after this match, because this was literally week 1. And I had a rain element, but I wasn't really using it. And I really dug into the rain element after this. The Relic Song absolutely destroyed what was left of me. And I went ahead and forfeited because we both knew that the Mega Kangaskhan was going to come in and finish it up with Fire Punch. So that's how we played that battle. So, next battle. This is finals of Season 5. So, we all agreed afterwards that Season 5 wasn't exactly the most fun because the format was Galardex only. And this was before any of the DLC. This was before Crown Tundra. This was before Two Towers? whatever the other one was, the dojo, before Shifu, before all that crap. So anyway, this one, I tried to just get a little too cute in building. I will admit I didn't take it as seriously as maybe I should have. I tried to go... There were a bunch of fun things that I didn't really have time to do in the entirety of the regular season. So I tried to condense a lot of these bad ideas into one team. And I tremendously misplayed with this Colossal as a result. Oh look, there's a Colossal on Amaranth's team this in the coming match. As you can already see, we do have a little bit of a team preview. So I royally messed this up. I was actually Heat Crash. The Colossal could have done so much more, to the point where it might have actually been able to sweep. I don't know what the come on, it's that at the back, the Grimmsnarl. What the Grimmsnarl had, but I was supposed to set up Psychic Terrain first, but I didn't. And I end up losing to the Zeraora here. Zeraora is just a great mana in general. I don't mind losing to it. But yeah, I kind of got a little too cute in this matchup. This was, obviously, it was the finals. It was supposed to be very hype. But yet it ended up being rather melodramatic. Kind of like that the Season 3 matchup. So here's Season 6. This is the last week of the season. Both of us have clinched. Neither of us particularly are caring what goes on, so we're just going to go ahead and get into it. Really quickly, as you can see, we're just we're doing stupid things. This is freaking blunder policy. We're not really trying. Neither of us care if the other wins. Standings doesn't matter. We're just trying to show off stupid sets. So the point is, we really aren't... There's not a lot of really good games, and I kind of have been hoping to turn it around. Haven't exactly been doing a good job of it. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get into... We'll go ahead and just speed the rest of this up. Toxic Stalling, Volcarona ends up losing to Dragon Dance. Freaking Lapras, because why not? Drill Run crit, didn't matter. And then the Curse, Suicune, I end up getting the kill even though E-Speed. Some really interesting sets going back and forth, but, you know, they're not exactly effective. This Kartana was funny. I loved it. Swords Dance Last Resort. It's so dumb. Excuse me. But now we get to this season. We get to this week. We get to this game. And let me tell you, stuff. Here we go. So he goes ahead and he leads with Tapu Koko. Sorry. And I lead with Le Frenchie. I hard switch out because I kind of want to keep my Focus Sash intact, but he does the same. Oh, no, sorry. I go for the Icy Wind first because I want to find out what he is, but he switches out. That actually should have been a first clue for me that he was actually slower. So we trace sets after the battle, and he was, in fact, a slower Tapu Koko than my Greninja. If I had gone for the Gunk Shot, I might have been in a better position. Who knows? But anyways, my Slowking is now Toxic, which is really unfortunate because I don't have a way of healing the Toxic. And I lose badly. The Celesteela runs me over. Oh, the Meteor Beam. Then the Beast Boost, and yeah, we'll go ahead and speed up this next little bit, because, surprise, Alolan Muck actually is almost able to finish 1v1ing it, but, I say almost because he would have been able to just win if he had totemized again, but he, whether it's mercy or whatnot, is able to sack it to this U-turn that's going to kill something. I did way too much damage. Buzzwole can do things. It's fine. A Tapu Koko. 2 shots of Buzzwole. At this point, he hadn't revealed his set. I just knew Thunderbolt. I still thought, hey, I can set up the Swiss Elements, and if I was Lumberry, we did the math, and it was going to be a good game. But I wasn't. I predicted Dazzling Gleam, so I was Roselli Berry. He went... I went right, and he went left, and he ended up basically beating me for it. There's no shot that Greninja is able to 1v the entire rest of the team. I could have made some cool predictions, and this was the only thing with Protect, so actually Salamence might have been able to do more. But I just go ahead and forfeited. I was going to die to the Toxic. He switch out into, like, Hawlucha, Sack Hawlucha, Sack Tapu Koko, Sack Wobbuffet, or whatever, and then come back, Protect. I die to the Toxic, and then Mantine just stalled out my Greninja set unless I got like crit and poison. So there might have been a chance, but overall there really wasn't. So this one might have been a closer battle, but oversights on both of our parts. Mine was just the bigger oversight and then the wrong item on my Salamence. I mean, it wasn't as bad a match as I'm making it out to be, but at the same time, it wasn't as, I mean, it wasn't a bad battle, but it was just, you really want to see longer games. You want to see closer games. Not always are the entertaining ones just the straight up sweeps, where like this one was on both sides. So, I mean, I don't know. It all depends on what you enjoy. But yeah, that was this battle. I mean, GG to Amaranth. He brought the perfect Steela set for me, and he played it perfectly and caught me unprepared. And that's, I guess, pretty much all there is to it. I mean, credit where credit is due, and GG. We'll see you guys next week. I don't even remember who my opponent is. And here we are already in the middle of the week. Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember who it is. It's fine. I actually need to prep for that. So anyways, I will see you guys later. Roush is out. Peace.